After a dead-silent offseason that left Dubs fans absolutely frustrated, Golden State finally woke up. And it wasn't just any signing. It was a statement that's going to change everything you think about the franchise's plans for the 2025-26 season. A 2024 NBA champion just made a decision that shocked Boston and got the Bay Area hyped. Stay till the end, because I'm going to reveal 3 connected moves that show exactly where the Warriors are heading. Let's start with the bombshell. Al Horford is leaving the Boston Celtics to join the Warriors. Yeah, that Al Horford who just won the chip in 2024 with Boston. The same one who faced the Dubs in the 2022 finals. At 39 years old, in his 19th NBA season, he could have easily retired as a champion. But nah, he chose Golden State. And the reason is going to blow your mind. But before I reveal what Horford said, y'all need to understand the timing of this decision. The Warriors spent the entire offseason basically doing nothing, while other teams were making aggressive moves. Fans were starting to panic. Where are the signings? Why aren't we doing anything? And then, days before training camp starts, boom, Al Horford. Horford spent 7 successful years in Boston, split into 2 stints with the franchise. He had everything there: respect, a recent championship, familiarity with the system. So why leave now? In his first media appearance as a Warrior, Horford got brutally honest about his decision. And look, this one gave me chills. Horford revealed he never seriously considered retirement, but would have only left Boston for this specific opportunity with the Warriors. Let that sink in for a second. Of all the NBA teams, only Golden State could pull him away from Boston. And he explained why. It's a great opportunity to compete and to win at a high level. When I think about the Warriors, I think about Steph, Draymond, and Steve Kerr. Seeing Jimmy Butler here and what he did in that second half of the season after the trade and how they're playing, for me, if there was one place I was going to leave, it was for this. But there's more. You know who's the player Horford most admired facing in his career? Steph Curry. And now he's finally going to play alongside him. I'm excited to be on the floor with him, not have to chase him around and try to contest him. The fact that we're on the same side is something that's special for me, Horford said with a smile. Imagine the irony. Horford was the Celtics' starting center against Golden State in the 2022 finals, which the Warriors won in 6 games. He spent that entire series trying to stop Curry. Now, he's going to be running pick and pops with the chef. And don't sleep on what Horford brings. He shot 40.9% from 3 over the last 3 seasons. A 6'9" center hitting 41% from deep with Curry and Buddy Hield by his side? Defenses are going to collapse. Horford brings his high IQ game on both ends of the floor to a team looking to capture one more ring with the core duo of Steph Curry and Draymond Green. Experience, leadership, shooting, positional defense, it's exactly what the Warriors needed in the paint. Boston didn't make his exit easy. The situation would have made sense for Horford to stay if it wasn't for Jason Tatum's Achilles injury and the departures of Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis to avoid apron penalties. The Celtics are rebuilding, and Horford didn't want to go through that at 39. But here's what nobody's talking about. Horford's signing wasn't an isolated move. It was part of a bigger Warriors strategy that went down in a matter of days. While everyone was focused on the veteran champion, Golden State was quietly building depth in ways that are going to surprise y'all. And that brings me to the moves that completed the puzzle. Check out the timeline. The Warriors announced the signings of free agents Marquez Bolden, L.J. Cryer, and Tyvion Kinsey, all of this happening while training camp was about to start. Suddenly, Dubs fans don't need to be upset anymore about the fact that the team didn't make any moves this offseason since they filled out the final 6 spots on their 15-man roster in just a matter of days. Y'all see the strategy? The Warriors waited. They watched the market, let prices drop, and then struck all at once. Horford was announced, but the last of the players announced was Seth Curry, while the first was Al Horford.
Now y'all must be thinking, who the hell are Marquez Bolden, L.J. Cryer, and Tyvion Kinsey? Excellent question. These aren't names that'll show up in headlines, but they're strategic pieces. The Warriors brought in a trio of players to help fill out their preseason roster as training camp starts this week. Center Marques Bolden and guards L.J. Cryer and Tavion Kinsey, all facing an uphill battle to make the final roster. Bolden is a center who brings size and presence in the paint, crucial for giving Horford rest and developing Trace Jackson Davis. L.J. Cryer? A pure shooter who dominated in the NCAA. And Tavion Kinsey comes from the G League with a reputation as an explosive scorer. But here's what's smartest. These guys probably won't make the 15-man roster. Exhibit 10 contracts include a bonus of up to $85,000 if they spend 60 days with Santa Cruz, the Warriors' G League team. Exhibit 10 contracts aren't guaranteed, but include invites to training camp. Y'all see the play? The Warriors are building a talent pipeline. They're going to train these guys on the main court alongside Curry, Horford, and Draymond during training camp. They'll absorb knowledge, compete against the best, and then probably head to Santa Cruz as much better players ready to be called up when needed. That's why I told y'all to stay till the end. This isn't just about signing Al Horford. It's about the Warriors finally showing they have a plan. Experienced championship veteran at the top, hungry young talent at the base, and a development system that's proven to transform G League players into NBA contributors. The Warriors filled their roster strategically. Experience with Horford, shooting with Cryer, athleticism with Kinsey, size with Bolden. Every piece served a purpose. Every move was calculated. And it all happened in 72 hours. So when y'all see Horford wearing that Warriors uniform for the first time, remember, he's not here just to finish his career. Despite being 39 years old, Horford should be a difference maker for the Warriors in the 2025-26 season. He's here because he saw something special happening in Golden State. And when you see these young guys fighting for roster spots in training camp, understand it's part of something bigger. The Warriors are building depth, developing talent, and preparing for one last great run with Curry and Draymond. Is the window closing? Maybe. But Golden State just showed they're not going out without a fight. Horford said it best, if there was one place worth leaving Boston for, it was this one. And now we know why. Hit that like if y'all understood the Warriors' complete strategy. Subscribe because we're going to be following every Horford game this season. And tell me in the comments, are these moves enough for the Warriors to compete for the title? Does the dynasty have one more chapter?